Hey everyone, welcome back to Gamecasters. My name is General Stickio, and I'm back with more Diablo 3 on Xbox One. Now, this is my next video in the Wizard build series, so bear with me on this, because the last time I did a video on this build, I think was like 2 weeks ago, which is why it's been a while since I've done a video, because I've been pushing this build as far as I can. I know the end of the season is coming up here in the next month or two, so I've been really trying to get this build as far as it possibly can. So I've decided not to really work on any other builds for right now. I'll wait till next season to do that, which I've decided on Demon Hunter for that. But anyways, with the current gear I have, I've managed to push up to 159 on the leaderboards for Wizard. Now that is a 106 on the Greater Rift. That's about 19 rifts from the top one on the leaderboard right now, which the last time I did a video, the highest rift was a 122, and now the highest one is a 125 with 13 minutes and 40 seconds spent in it. So there's still room for someone to either A, do that faster, or probably push one more rift. I feel like one of these guys are going to end up pushing this rift a little bit further. But for right now, that is top leaderboard for this class. Now, I just pushed 159. I was in the top 300 just a couple days ago, and I got a primal for the build, which is the leg guards of mystery, which they rolled really good, and I just augmented them. I'm obviously going to augment higher the higher I can go, but right now the highest rift I can push is a 106, and that's pushing it for me. I can safely do like 103s and 104s, so I could be getting my gems up to 103 and 104, but I'm just going to wait till I can push a little bit further, hopefully get another primal to let me push a little bit further. But right now, I've only got 3 pieces of my gear augmented, which is my gauntlets, my belt, and my pants. The highest augment I have in them is a 97 on the pants, which is why I wanted to augment those so high, because they were my primal. I really need to work on my belt, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. And I need to work on my gauntlets a little bit more, but I'm not worrying about that either yet. Because my theory is if I can augment all my pieces of gear, then I can push further, and then when I can push further, I can bring my augments up even higher. I'd rather take the extra time to do it than be able to like really struggle pushing my way up. So that extra intelligence from augmenting it will let me push even further. Now, for those of you who have not seen my previous 2 videos, the first video showed how to run the energy twister, and the second video showed how what gear you'll need, what the stats are and everything. Right now I'm running Ancients of everything except for my Traveler's Pledge, my Source, and my Compass Rose. Wait, hold on. I thought I had... Yeah, why is this not a... Hold on. Huh. Did I... Oh, that's why I stopped. That's why I didn't use it. Arcane skill damage was not on it. Alright. Alright. Yeah, I would have an Ancient Traveler's Pledge, but I need that arcane skill damage. That's a 20% loss right there if I'm not using it. So I'm working on getting my Compass Rose and my Source up to Ancient tier. I'd like to get a Traveler's, but right now the Source is the most... the quickest one to get, in my theory, because jewelry is just a pain in the ass to get ancient. If you've rolled jewelry before, you'll know. But yeah, just to go over the build again, when you're going into a Greater Rift, you'll basically want to try to group up as many enemies as possible before going to kill them. You don't want to like work your way through. You want to like run through as many of them as you can, and just keep throwing down your energy twisters as you're running. And then when you can get down a long enough hallway, you turn around and you start just firing twisters down that hallway. The further they go from you, the more damage you deal, because of I forget which thing does it. Yeah, it's Zai's Stone of Vengeance. Damage you deal is increased by 11%. Well, that's with my gem being not level 96, but for every 10 yards between you and the enemy hit, maximum of 58% increased at 50 yards. So the further your twisters go, the more damage they're dealing. So you basically group up a bunch of enemies and then just start throwing your twisters down a long hallway, so they're just dealing more and more damage the further down they go. So instead of killing enemies that are closer to you, which takes longer, you throw your twisters as far as you can to get more damage in. I don't think there's a whole lot more I could tell you guys. I did notice one of the people on the leaderboard, which is the top guy right now, is running a different passive than the other one. I forget which one he replaced, but he's running Blur instead of Unwavering Will. Because Unwavering Will, when you're standing still, you gain 20% armor, 20% all resist, and 10% increased damage. For some reason, the top guy is running Blur, which just gives you 17% damage reduction. But my thing is like, when you're channeling your Arcane Torrent, you're getting armor and all resist, which is good for like poison and electricity. So I guess it just all depends on how good you can get at running this build. You're also losing 10% damage, which is not very much, but it still makes a difference. You'd be surprised how far 10% goes in this game. Right now my Paragon is at 914, which is pretty low compared to some of the other people on the leaderboards. I'm honestly surprised like I've managed to push as far as I have, which makes me think I can probably get up there in the top 50 at least, if I keep pushing the way I have been for the season, but we'll see how things go. I'll keep you guys updated in case anything changes with the build, but for right now, everything seems to be pretty much the same. There's been a couple of, altered builds. Like I said, the other guy's running a different passive. Like I had explained before, some people will run the Twisted Sword. If they get a better Twisted Sword than the Death Wish, then you just cube the Death Wish and you wear the Twisted. Which I've got a cubed Twisted because I got a better Death Wish. I do need a better sword. I'm missing 20% damage on the legendary effect of mine, but for some reason I just cannot get Death Wishes to drop Ancient again. Like, the first one I got was this one, and then nothing has been better since. But anyways, like I said, I'll keep you guys updated if anything changes with the Energy Twister build, but for right now, it's still pretty much the same. This build can really push. You don't have to have a primal to push to Greater Rift 100. A single augment can push you up to GR 100. That's how I got to 100. I augmented my gauntlets, which were my best piece of gear at the time, and that gave me the ability to push a GR 100. I was able to push a GR 97 with a friend before I could even push one solo. So if you have like a barbarian or a crusader, someone that can keep the enemies off of you, you can potentially push further with a two-man group than you can by yourself. Which, if you can do that, you can get higher augments sooner. But for right now, I've been running off of solo augments, so other than that, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when I upload more videos. I will be keeping you guys updated on Energy Twister Wizard. There is another there is another version of the Energy Twister I've been running. This is not meant for pushing, but if you want to be able to run bounties faster, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. Instead of the set boots, I put on illusory boots, which lets me walk through enemies. I put on a Boon of the Hoarder onto my amulet, so I get more gold, which I use for powering up the Greater Rifts when I'm getting rolls on my gems. And instead of my other ring, I put on a Ring of Royal Grandeur, which gives me my set bonus still. So my damage is still there, and I'm also being able to move faster. Oh, also, I put on Wormhole on the teleport, so I can teleport twice. So each time I take 15% of my life, I can teleport again. So it lets you teleport really fast. You can walk through enemies. You can get bounties done really, really fast with this with this build. It's not the fastest build for wizard, but it's faster if you don't have a speed build yet. And if you have a lesser boots just lying around, there you go. But I believe that's all now. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell if you want to know when I upload new videos, and hit the like button if you want to see more videos like this one. And I will see you guys in the next one.